Hello everybody, I'm Christian Lamitschka for Country Music News International, and here we are in Frankfurt, Germany at the Festhalle, and today I present you the hottest country music duo from the UK, and that's...
We are the Shires.
Tell me a little bit more about you, how you guys came together.
Yeah, well, I'm Ben, that's Chrissy. And we actually got together on Facebook about 4 years ago. I always get in trouble because I get the date wrong. But yeah, about 4 years ago, I had just discovered country. I heard Lady Antebellum for the first time, who I absolutely loved. I heard Need You Now. And I was just completely hooked on country, and I started writing country songs. And then I put up a status saying, I'd love to sing these songs I've just written with someone. And a mutual friend of ours introduced us. And then we happened to only live 20 minutes away from each other, which was amazing. So we got together, started making music, did it the really old-fashioned way. So we did a lot of shows, made some demos, got a manager, and then we had a record deal 8 months later, and then our songs were on the radio about 12 months later. So it was really quick and really amazing. And we've just, for country, we've had such incredible experiences in such a short space of time.
When you're touring, are you touring on a tour bus or just with an airplane?
We go by tour bus usually. Yeah, there's a whole group of us. When we're on tour, we have 3 boys behind us playing music as well. So and then our crew as well. So we all stay on one bus and travel around together.
So you are the only girl on the bus?
I am the only girl, and I get my own. I got the whole front of the bus to myself. So that's nice.
I thought she comes up now with the answer, I have my own bus.
Soon.
So, are you the first in the bathroom?
Yes, yes. If I haven't got my own room when we get to the venue, then I'm first in the shower, yes.
So how it is for you to wait for her always?
She's a quick showerer. Makeup probably takes a bit longer. I mean, I don't. It's the one thing I'm not jealous of is the amount of time women and Chrissy have to do their makeup. We're very lucky as men that would just put on a shirt, get on stage.
How did you find out that you both are running on the same street?
Well, it was really just by meeting each other, really. I mean, you know, you can meet online, but when you actually get together and start sort of showing each other the music you love, and it was the same music, also the music we grew up on, even though we didn't know each other as children, we listened to very similar music. We heard a Leanne Rimes song yesterday, and Chrissy was like, oh, I remember this song, and I remember where I was when I heard that song. But what was amazing was when we started singing together, and it just worked almost instantly, almost the very first time we sang. I mean, obviously now we feel a lot closer and we sing a lot more in harmony and, you know, in time and etc. But at the start, it was just really easy, and everything we've done has been really easy. So it was just right from the start.
What was the first crazy experience you both had together?
Crazy experience.
That's so many.
There's been many, isn't there?
Opry was probably.
Yeah, so when we played the Grand Old Opry, which is, you know, the mother church of country music out in Nashville, and we couldn't believe that that's the stage that every country person wants to be on. And we had been together, a year or so?
Year and a half.
Yeah, about a year and a half. And we got to walk onto that circle, and that was absolutely amazing and surreal. You know, we thought we were in the TV show Nashville. We didn't think it was quite true, you know, but it was an amazing feeling, crazy at the same time.
So after the Grand Ole Opry, did you walk to the side alleys in Nashville?
To where, sorry?
Did you walk to the side alleys in Nashville?
The site?
Alleys?
Side alleys. Oh, sorry, side alleys. Sorry.
That's my Jinglish.
That's good. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time in Nashville. So we've been, you know, obviously down Broadway, and we've never actually been to Tootsie's because it's always too full. So we've been to Layla's. We've had Bushwhackers. We've had Fireballs. We've heard.
Yeah. Bushwhacker you probably had by in the front of the River Restaurant there, or?
No, we had them in Midtown.
Midtown.
Yeah,
okay.
but yeah, only one. You can't have more than one Bushwhacker. But yeah, we've been lucky because we've got to explore most of Nashville now. We've done a lot of songwriting sessions out there. So, we've been to East Nashville as well. We went out to Motown Monday in East Nashville, which was great fun. And we've made a lot of friends out there now as well. And we know the songwriting community really well. So yeah, it's a great place. It's probably one of our favorite places in the world.
There's a big difference between songwriting US, songwriting Europe. Did you find it out?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing in Nashville is the attention to the lyric. So, in the UK and Europe, you might sit down and just, bang away at some chords or a beat, as they say. Whereas in Nashville, it's just normally a title. It's like, I've got all these titles. Do you like this one? Do you like that one? What does this title mean to you? And you can sit for an hour and not play one note or not sing a note. It's just all about what are we writing about, and then it's a lot more upfront, especially in the lyric. It's just as honest as you can be. I mean, sometimes there's a bit of a language barrier. I mean, if they want to write the word truck, and we say a truck for us is for moving goods and haulage, not for your car. But they love it. They love how different it is. That we're English and we're doing it. I think Nashville at the moment is a real melting pot of people from all around the world, and it's a really exciting place to be.
That's true. When you're with him on tour, what do you like most of him, and what can he do better?
Well, on tour, he probably plays a little bit too much FIFA, and he turns into this 15-year-old boy with the rest of the band. So it all gets a bit manly. But I mean, I kind of keep myself to myself at that point and leave them to be, because it's good for them. But we have a lot of laughs, and Ben, I don't know how he does it, but he has a lot of conversation all the time. So there's never a dull moment with Ben, because he's always got something that he's talking about, usually intellectual as well.
So it seems to be you are a gaming guy.
Yeah, well, we all are. You have to have some sort of outlet, don't you? And we all love the Xbox. I grew up with computer games, and we play with your friends. And what's great about being on tour is that you're with your friends all the time.
So let's see what you love when you're doing with her a tour and what she can do.
I think it is amazing that, like you said, Chrissy is the only girl on the tour bus with 7 or 8 guys. And that if I in my head I flip it around and I think if I was on a bus with 7 or 8 women,
would be more
I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all. Maybe for a week after that. No. So I think that's a really amazing, quality that Chrissy can put up with us, and then also, she on stage, her voice, it's still, even though we've known each other now for 4 years, almost 3.5 years, her voice still inspires me all the time to sing better and to write great songs. It really does. What can she do better? She moans sometimes, but
maybe the food. Maybe if I just ate everything, then we could go out for more food, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to eat healthily on the road, but we have been home about 4 days in the last month, probably. So it's when you're out all the time eating healthily, it's hard.
Healthy food is best way. As example, here in Germany, you get it at a supermarket.
Yeah.
That's not a lie. That's true.
Yeah.
You get it for a good price. But by the way, we have Subway. Okay. Let me ask you something more. Now we worked out how you guys came together, how it is to be on the road, what the other one can do better might be. How would you describe the music you're playing?
I think we would describe it as country pop. So it's quite a vanilla country. So if it's not old school, we're not stereotypes of cowboys and Stetsons and the boots. We're singing about what's going on today, love, things that affect us all the time, or things that some of our friends or family have perhaps been through, but it's just it's upbeat music, it's songs to help you get through hard times as well, a bit of a mixture.
I think the thing is, when we met and we talked about what we wanted to do, we said we never want to imitate Nashville, because for us, cowboys, Stetsons, trucks, they're just,
you
it's
can't
not
fit
I can't fit a Stetson on my head. No, but it's not real for us. And we talked about what country meant to us, and we said that country is about the honesty and the storytelling. And we've always said we only want to ever write or sing about things that are real for us and are honest. And I think that's why in the UK the album did so well. Brave, our album, went in the top 10 in the pop chart, because we were singing. We have 2 songs on our album about England. One's called Made in England, which is about how proud we are to be English. Then another one was called Nashville Grey Skies, which was about our dream of building our own sort of Nashville spiritually in the UK. And I think because people haven't really done that, and country fans in the UK have been waiting so long for the music to go mainstream, that it really took off. And we still pinch ourselves when we think about the success we had back home. And I think it really is because we just stay honest. That's what we do.
Let me ask you, are they calling country music in the UK country music, or just call it music? Because here in Germany, if you go to the radio stations, they come up with, yep, that's music, pop music, or whatever. They hate to say country music. So how do they do it in the UK, the major stations?
It's funny because we say that we're country music, and there's a big movement of country music now in the UK. But a lot of the American acts that come over, and this has been going on for years now, back in the day with Leanne Rimes, Faith Hill, they make it more pop to bring out to us over in Europe. So they don't mention anything about being, country music stars out in the US, but it seems to kind of translate to us. But we definitely, we hands up say that we're country music.
Let me ask you, if you have the chance to do a tour in the US, which artist do you want as an opener?
As an opener? Well, we've been very lucky to tour the US with Little Big Town, so opening for them was amazing. As an opener,
NDA would be...
To open for us.
Oh! I thought you meant who would we want to go on?
Who to open for us?
Yes.
Okay. I think, she's Lucy Silvers, who we are good friends with. She's just amazing. Just so we could see her for free every night, that would be amazing. I've written with her, and we've toured with her of Little Big Town as well, and she's so inspirational, and she'd be great just to have on the road. Whether we're opening for her or she's opening for us, I don't know. But I think she's amazing, and again, a great example of a British person who's gone to Nashville and has just been really successful out there.
What will you do when you will get a nomination for a CMA award?
Oh man!
Probably wake up.
It'd be incredible to be nominated for sure, yeah. And to go to the awards as well, meet everybody there as well. It would be amazing.
Yeah, I think it would be just a dream come true. That would be the highest sort of, apart from being inducted into the Opry, that would be, the CMA would just be like the best validation of us,
By the way, what was ever the best compliment fans told you?
Probably the biggest compliment still was when we were very early on, and we did a tiny show for the BBC, and Brad Paisley was playing, and we saw him afterwards, and we were at that time very new to everything, and we went backstage and met him afterwards, and he said, "Oh, you guys are amazing. I've heard so much about you, and I'll play guitar on your album," which never happened. But still, it was an incredible thing. I think for fans though, we have a song called Brave on our album, and the amount of fans that say to us, this song means so much to me. We've had people who've had heart surgery. We had someone who came out as lesbian. She said this song inspired me to do that.
People in the army,
yeah.
And then we've also got a song called State Lines, and a couple got engaged in the middle of us performing it live on stage. He turned to her and said, "Oh, will you marry me?" in the middle of the song. And the fact that somebody has chosen that song to stick with them for the rest of their life is pretty incredible, really. That speaks, thousands of words to us, I think.
So, if we get requests most times, when we do interviews, we ask our listeners and readers at Country Music News International, is there a really important question you want us to ask? And one of the top questions always is, are you guys singles or couples or whatever?
We don't really talk about it because we just like the music to do the talking. So it's a good question, but one we won't answer.
Okay, so there's nobody waiting for you at home.
Didn't say that.
Okay, folks, this time we have no chance to give you the phone numbers for inviting them for dinner, lunch, or whatever you want to do. So, when you say you play kind of pop country music, would you be so nice and give us an example?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, we'll play our, this is our current single in Germany. It's just come out. It's called Friday Night. Of course.
Well, if you want to say, hey, I'll take a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, London, well, it's alright. On a Friday night, you don't want to go home, no, no, no. It's not too late to rock and roll, no, it's alright. You can get a little drunk on a Friday night, night. Get a little drunk on a Friday night. You can get a little drunk on a Friday night.
So great!
Thank you.
And who came up with? Who of you is drunken Friday night?
We weren't last night, were we?
No.
But we thought no country album would be complete without a drinking song.
Of course, that's true.
And every time we played this in America, they went berserk.
Yeah.
Always this song, the most. And they were like, yeah!
Canada as well, that show.
Canada.
Abbotsford, Canada. Yeah, that was...
So it's not your first time here in Germany. So I know you were touring last year, a couple of festivals and concerts. What's the biggest difference between UK and Germany?
In Germany, the clapping is very regimented. So in a couple of songs we say, clap along. And in England, they're not as in time. In England, they'll be like... Here, they're like... And... yeah, and very polite here as well. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes in England people can talk during songs, whereas here people just seem really polite and really listen
all
and
the time.
yeah.
So, what do you think? Where will you be, you both guys? Probably in the next 3 years.
Hopefully still together.
Still together.
As couple, marriage, or whatever.
Hopefully still making music together.
Yeah, I think we'll always be writing for sure. Lots of touring. We're hoping to get out to America more around Germany and the rest of Europe as well. Perhaps Australia is in the cards too, and hopefully album 3 or something
4,
by then. Yeah.
And then you're writing about the last tour?
Yeah.
You're writing about your last high score on Xbox.
Yeah.
And you about might be how much time he gave you at the bathroom on the tour bus?
Yeah, probably that.
But let me ask you, who is the one who comes up most times with the first idea for a song?
With the first
Idea for a song?
I mean, I come from more of a songwriting background, so normally it's me most of the time.
Yeah.
But we write together as well. And
we talk a lot, obviously. So there's ideas that we might share, and then we can bring that into the writing room with us. So, yeah.
So, can we say, when you were both guys writing a song, you sitting at a living room or at the studio and with a big bottle of wine, and how much empty more the wine comes, it better the ideas, or?
Sometimes, definitely sometimes. Yeah, I think the problem is when that's all the time. No, yeah, I mean, the thing about writing is it comes to you sometimes at the weirdest times. Sometimes it comes when you sit in the room and try, and sometimes it doesn't. And
An aeroplane's good for you?
yeah, our last trip in Nashville, a couple of trips ago, after the Opry, we had too many fireballs, and it was a very horrible night. And I felt very bad the next morning. We had to fly back to the UK, and I was just really inspired. I just wrote down all these titles because I was so hungover, and some of them, I don't know what happened to the ideas, but inspiration just comes to you at weird times.
Last year you played your first fanfare. I'm call it fanfare. So that's as it started. Now they call it CMA Music Festival. How it was? Tell us a little bit more about the experience.
Oh, it's great. We had a really great crowd in front of us. It was so hot that day. I think we were melting. It actually was postponed by an extra day because there was such bad thunderstorms. So that was a bit of a shaky start. But it was really great. We had a really great response. People singing along. There were people that flew over, especially that time to come and see us as well. So that was really cool.
Where did you play? The Riverfront stage or Riverfront stage on the houseboat or in front of Hard Rock Cafe?
We were there for a CMA International Fest, so it was on the Walk of Fame.
Ah, okay, got you there by the Boots club.
By the Hilton.
Yeah. So after that experience, will you cover CMA Music Festival this year again?
I think not this year, only because we're sort of in a weird place with our album. We're right in the middle of album 2, so hopefully next year will be at a point where we've sold a lot of albums and people will really want us there. So we're gonna wait for this album, I think.
So what is the biggest success since you are both together now in the music biz?
I think it would be...
I'll give her a chance.
The biggest success. Honestly, I think our album going gold just before Christmas was like from the get-go. We thought, how is this going to work? We both believed that it could work. We met our manager and he said, I love you guys, but I have no idea about country music. So we thought, that still another step that might not work. We then signed our record deal, which was an amazing achievement in such a short time. But to, a whole year and a half later, to have gone, top 10 with the album and to have gone gold as well, it's a pretty amazing achievement, I think. And for country music, and to see the scene that's over there at home now, just growing and growing, and so many people going out to Nashville to go and experience, what it's like. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far.
Are you putting the band together by yourself, you're touring with, or is it like something like your management came up with, we rent the band?
No, so our band have been with us from the second tour we did. Our first tour was acoustic.
Mm-hmm. 2 years this year, in about October.
2 years,
that we've been with them.
But our manager actually met the guys in the band. They sent him a tape for something else, a video playing for something else. And then he said, I've just met these guys and I think, why don't you audition them? And they were just brilliant from day one. And what's great for us is we've gone on that journey with them, and the fans know them as well as part of part of the journey.
If you might be getting the chance to pick up musicians for a complete world tour, are you having any wishes about special musicians? As example, John Anderson had a great guitar player in his band. So do you have any wishes of musicians you can take with you on tour?
No, we've got. I think we feel we've got the best band we could have. We really do. I think we're happy. Don't need anyone else.
So I will call Phil Collins. Tell him you are not interesting. Okay. So let me say thanks for this great interview.
Thank you.
Enjoy your concert tonight.
Thank you.
Hopefully I can cover the show and see how it is. And next time I hope to see you then on the top in Germany on charts with your full album and with your current single. So folks, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So folks, I was Christian Lamitschka for Country Music News International, and we had this great duo here with us, and they say now
goodbye.